Hey guys, welcome to Unit 5 of our course. We're getting towards the end. We have this unit and the next one, and of course our final, which we'll be working on sort of simultaneously as we finish this coursework and really focusing on it for the last 2 weeks in December. That aside, as we move into these last few weeks, there's some areas where I'm seeing sort of quite a bit of issue in some of our work, and I just want to address those right now and make sure that we are clear on the expectations around those so that we can build those in and really develop these outcomes and competencies as they relate to our coursework. So I'm going back in time a little bit to last week to our peer teaching lesson planning assignment. And if you notice here, the outcomes that we are supposed to be focused on. One of them specifically, where I'm seeing a lot of sort of room for growth, is this idea of evaluating strengths and weaknesses of a variety of solutions. That is not happening in our assignments. That basically means you need to present a bunch of solutions, or a variety, at least 2, maybe 3, depending on what the situation calls for, and then say why that's a good or bad thing. So for example, if you're looking at mentally ill people and how consent works with them, you could say anybody with mental ill status should in fact have a proxy who consults with them based on their on any decisions that need to be made. The value in this is we can be sure we don't have to constantly be checking competency. The negative may be that we're taking away their autonomy. That would be an example of evaluating the strength of a weakness of one solution, and you need to do that for a couple. So that's one issue that we're seeing is just not being developed. In addition, we need to be looking at how each of the things we're talking about works within each principle. You can't be ignoring some of them. At this point, we should even be talking a little bit about justice for every decision. How does allocation make a difference? Are they being given all the same opportunities? For example, with mentally ill patients, are they given the same number of options as somebody who doesn't have a mental illness in order to make those decisions? So that's important. Finally, the other standard or outcome, that's going to come up quite a bit in Unit 5 is this idea of considering things from a variety of perspectives. It says 3.1, or multiple perspectives. So this means that you need to be thinking about from the perspective of the patient, from the perspective of the physician, from the perspective of maybe different patients. It depends on the circumstance what perspectives you consider, but you really need to be looking at these different stakeholders. And when this has come up in the past, it's not been one that's been highlighted. So please make sure you're looking at those. If you have questions about that, please let me know. In addition, you will see that you maybe are not as excited about your grades for the last 3 assignments that we have done, specifically the case study assignment, the lesson planning materials, and the curated case study. So those 3 Unit 4 assignments. That's because I had to take points off because there were criteria in the outcome criteria in the rubric that weren't covered in your material, in your assignments. So because I feel like maybe we want this to be a learning experience, I am giving you the opportunity until Sunday to earn back 1 point from the case study, 2 points from the lesson planning materials, and up to 4 points from the case study based on feedback. And I'll get all that feedback in today. And I'll send a little assignment about that. But just FYI, we want to have this be a learning experience for you. I hope that helps. This is a little bit longer video than I like to normally include. Please let me know if you have any other questions. And yeah, moving forward, onward and upward.